Hey guys, welcome back. Tonight we are staying overnight in the Sebastian River Preserve State Forest, the old tree frog camp. I call this Coyote camp because I've seen and heard more coyotes around here than I've ever seen any tree frogs. Let's go ahead, survey the area, get things set to go, and get camping. All right, we got our one-man Renai tent all set up, ready for the night, sleeping bag inside and all that good stuff. I got the rain fly that's on standby. It's not supposed to rain, but being here in Florida, you never know. 4 o'clock in the morning it starts raining on me, and this is all wide open. In a pinch, I can jump out here and flip the thing over and clip it, and it's all set to go. Let's work on the rest of the camp. So it's been about a year and a half since I was out here. Last time I was camping, it rained all night, all day, and you saw the video for that. This is one of the nicest I've seen this particular camp since I've been coming out here. It's bone dry. The best time of the year to be camping because nobody wants to come out here. It's 90 degrees in the shade. But I got a nice breeze flowing through here. We brought all the goodies. The Hummer's back up in that area. All I have to do is like a 3-minute walk and I'm there. So kind of car camping. There's no electricity. There's no running water. It's okay. We got all the stuff we need. And we got a picnic table and a fire pit. And speaking of the fire pit, looks like I'm going to have to clean that little area up a little bit. I want to try to put some sort of a canopy up right here over this picnic table in case we start getting some rain. Well, it ain't much, but it's something, and something's better than nothing. This gives us a nice little canopy over top of our picnic table with all our gear and stuff like that, just in case we get some rain that comes by, and later on in the night, if I don't have room to put all the stuff away, at least it's not going to get all wet, like my camp stove and a couple other little things that are up in there. Nice. On to the next project. All right, so here's our little campfire area. Looks like somebody's left some tree limbs and stuff behind. We're going to be getting a fire going here in a little bit, but I want to kind of dress things up just a little bit and clean out the pit and get it ready to go and all that stuff. Then we'll be hanging out. Well, as you can see, it looks like this fire pit is really starting to rot out a lot back in here. I'm going to have to mention something to the ranger on the way out tomorrow and see if they can't replace this pit. It's seen a lot of grilling. This is a really popular camp. Of course, not this time of year. Like I said, it's so darn hot out here. I'm going to try to get it cleaned up as good as we got, and then we'll get our stuff ready to start a fire here shortly. Now, there is a little bit of deadfall around here, man. They've really cleared this camp out a whole lot. I brought some firewood with me. I don't care, maybe it's cheating or not. I wasn't really sure what I was getting involved with coming out here to this camp. It's been a year and a half, and they really cleared a lot of this area out. I mean, big time, but still there's a lot of really cool shade and stuff. So we're gonna forage what we can and use that, and the best thing we can do is just hope that we don't get eaten alive by mosquitoes. So it's nice in here. It's a nice breeze coming through here. Like I said, I've come out to this camp a ton of times, and this is probably the nicest I've seen this camp. However, even though they cleared a lot of the area out and stuff like that, up underneath this little canopy that we made at the picnic table, got everything I need. We got a great meal for you tonight and all kinds of goodies and stuff, because you know the fun starts when the sun goes down. See this stuff right here? This is palm trees, palm hair and husk. This is some of the best fire starting material you can find out in the forest here in Florida. Just like hair, it's nice and dry. Oh yeah, beautiful, and it's tons of this stuff. Look at that, oh. All right, we got the fire going, we got the campsite going, everything. It's around 5 o'clock. You know what time that is? Time for a tasty adult beverage. It is beautiful out here. Even though it's like 85 degrees out, it feels like about 70 right here up underneath this little canopy. I see the fires going nicely, and you're missing out. Wow, it's been a while since I had a nice, good tasting little puff off of a pipe and stuff. And no, it's not the wacky tobacco. That's some cherry pipe tobacco that I got in there, and a little miniature Missouri Meerschaum pipe and stuff that I picked up a few days ago and everything. You know, a lot of you guys out there just don't want to go out camping this time of year because it's so darn hot. And I agree, it's so hot. I work outside all the time, and I'm used to the heat a lot more than most people are. But believe it or not, as much as I thought I was going to cook my butt off out here in the woods, it is perfect. And this little canopy that I'm up underneath here and stuff, when the wind, it kind of billows through here, it's just absolutely perfect. I have located my bug spray, so we're good on that. And here in probably about an hour or so, the sun's going to start tucking down behind those trees, and that's when we're going to have to start watching for the nocturnal nightlife that starts appearing into camp. I don't really spend a great deal of time on Facebook. I am part of a local group on Facebook called Florida Bushcraft, which was started by a gentleman named Jimmy Walker that lives over in the Tampa area. And I posted something online a few minutes ago that I was out here camping in the forest, and they said, "Oh, you're at the tree frog camp or the coyote camp?" And I said, "Yeah." And they were like, "Well, there was a big fire that was out there about a month ago, and the place burned down." But you'd never really know it. You see some burn marks on a couple of the trees and stuff, but I've always seen that every time I've come out here from prescribed burns and everything. But you never know. I mean, it could have been a wildfire, it could have been a careless camper. You got to be really careful in these woods, especially this time of year. It's dry as a tinderbox. It's been an unusual season. Usually it's raining every single day, and it's been dry out here. So you need to be careful no matter where you're at, Florida, or wherever you're at. Be cautious and know your surroundings, and don't ever go to sleep or let a fire out of hand, because you wake up in a forest fire quickly. So I was just sitting here hanging out and everything, and I heard a couple rustles behind me back about 100 yards, to the west, and you know, it's getting to be evening time, so animals are going to be moving and all that stuff. Then I heard it again, and I kind of looked through the trees off about 100 yards, and I saw a guy walking. Now, I watched a truck roll up by the road because I can kind of see the road from where I'm at, and they parked, but I figured they were walking the trail up that way. He ain't on a trail, and he's back there milling around doing something. So I need to be mindful there's another person back here. I'm not scared, and I'm not making up things or anything like that, but we are in the wild, and you don't know what kind of things people are capable of doing. Well, the evening's setting in, and you know exactly what that means. It's time to button up just a little bit. Not because it's cold, but because the sun's starting to go down and the daytime heating, and all them bugs are coming out. And then the nocturnal animals will come from there, and we'll have to see where we're at that point. So it's 7:30, and there's still some people that are running around out here. There's a couple trucks. I see one that's parked up by my Hummer, and one that just went by. And the park's gonna be closing in about 40 minutes, and that's when we'll probably stop seeing and hearing any of this outside traffic and stuff. And then we get ready to cook a delicious meal. It's amazing to see the transformation this camp's gone through since the last time I was here, which was about a year and a half ago. When I was here camping the last time, it was flooded. It rained from the time I got here till I left. I already told you that. It looks like the apocalypse came through here. There's trees knocked down and everything, and there's paths cleared by big rigs and all that stuff. But they spared the camp, and the camp is in a beautiful situation, and it's so great being out here. I highly encourage you guys out there that are afraid of the heat to find yourself a primitive camp in a forest that's got some shaded trees. Put up a shelter and see how nice it can be. It's not as bad as you think. Humidity here in Florida right now is about 60%, which is perfect. Nighttime's coming. So are the critters. Ah, twilight. Best time of the day. So it's about 8 o'clock here in the forest. You can hear the nocturnal animals. That's very soothing, especially if you're going to bed. It's like a rhythm, and it's very comforting. And this is one of the reasons why I love coming out camping. This little Ozark Trail propane lamp is actually doing very well, and I've had low volume right now, so there's not a lot of propane that's going through. It's a slow trickle, and it's lighting up my whole camp. It's kind of like an amberish color, so there's no LED or anything like that, like some lanterns you get and stuff. It really brings back that home feeling, and it's awesome. Oh my God, look at this conjuring of ant colony that showed up on my main bench where my tongs are. Wow. Bam! Dinner is served. Where do I begin? Let's try that steak out first. What do you say? Then we'll dig into everything else. Let's see if it's done. Remember, we flash fried it, cast iron, and we put a half stick of butter and let it cook on the coals. Oh my God, it's like butter. Do we do steak? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Okay. Oh, Texas Pete. Now we're complete. A little bit. Nothing on the steak. Let's try these babies. Oh God. Oh, this meal. So delicious. Soaked potatoes. Red potatoes. Skin on. Oh, that was really good. Wow. It's got to be at least 85 degrees up in here. And there's no air. I have all my stuff open, all stuff. It's not going to rain. I'm ready if it does. It is hot up in here. Ooh, wow. Might have to go au naturel. I have no idea. Night. Oh, good morning, everyone. Sunday morning. It's about 7 o'clock. It's time to make some coffee. Wow, that's some good hot coffee. We're not going to stick around for breakfast because unfortunately it's not as cool as what it was last night. Slept well and all that stuff. But there's no breeze, and that sun, as soon as it gets over top of that tree and stuff like that, it's going to be cooking. So I got most of my stuff broke down, but there's ants all over that table up there where we did our cooking last night. I got to get rid of them somehow because I can't put them in the Hummer and bring them home with me. Well, hey, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks so much for hanging out and watching the video. The Tree Frog Camp, also known as the Coyote Camp. That's what I call it because I always hear them. We had a great evening. It was so fun, very enjoyable, very relaxing. The only uncomfortable part about the trip was the darn fire ants that were everywhere. I woke up this morning and that table over there was just crawling with them. So I had to air out all of my gear and get rid of all that stuff because I don't want to bring it home with me, and I'll probably do the same when I get home as well. It's already going on 8:30 and it is cooking out here. Humidity is out of the roof. So thanks so much for hanging out with me. Until next time, I'll see you on the next adventure. Take care.